The basic premise of our show is, uh, well, it's a kind of travesty version of these real-time, real-life crime documentaries that have sort of entered the public consciousness. It is a crime. I am the defendant, and nobody knows, not even us, whether I did the crime or not. That's the fun of it. And it's over many episodes, we tell the whole story. I may or may not have killed my wife by hurling her through a plate glass window. Funny stuff, right? I am being defended by this hopelessly inept defense team in a small town in the Carolinas, and they've hired a very expensive law firm in New York to make absolutely sure I'm exonerated or let off. But they have sent down a young associate to do all the prep work, and he ends up being the lawyer. I play Larry Henderson, and he is he's a poetry professor. He's slightly out of step with just about everything and everyone else in his world. He's a man who doesn't quite know the difference between appropriate and inappropriate behavior. Very impulsive, and he reacts wrong to everything, which is why he may well have murdered someone. There's a very, very small group of us who knows the very ending of this. I mean, I simply had to know because I had to play the character. I had to know whether this person is capable of murder or not. But I have been instructed to keep it from everyone. You, for example, but even the actors I work with. The cast is such a fabulous combination of misfits and perfectly cast. So it's really working. Last time I was in an ensemble that made me laugh this hard was Third Rock from the Sun. We all prepared by rehearsing with this remarkable director, Jeff Blitz, who has been in on the creation of a certain kind of comedy form, typified by The Office and Parks and Recreation. In fact, he's directed and I believe won Emmys for The Office. It's very straightforward documentary. It's very rooted in reality. He's intent on it not being shticky television comedy, but it's very, very crafty comedy making. It's been so wonderful working with this cast. Sherri Shepherd, this marvelous young actor named Steve Boyer, who in fact played the fool when I played King Lear with the New York Shakespeare Festival 2 summers ago. And we are extremely good friends. He's such a talented actor. Nick D'Agosto, who's basically our leading man, and is just such a charming, lovely fellow with an amazing sense of humor. And Jayma Mays, and Bob Gunton, and Christine Rose. I believe I've left out Krysta Rodriguez. I mean, that's the entire ensemble. And they are just great. I'm not sure who exactly is responsible for casting this series, but whoever it is a comedy genius. This group has been making me laugh so hard, and vice versa. I would say Sherri Shepherd probably laughs the most, and the hardest, and the most infectiously. The miracle is we are all very good at keeping a straight face. We don't break each other up on camera, but as soon as they say cut, we all fall on the floor. I think people will love this show for a lot of reasons. It does take you from episode to episode in a way that people are sort of addicted to now. It's got its cliffhangers and its hooks and its through lines right through the entire season. but they will also love it for its characters, who are crazy but endearing. And I think it'll be hilariously funny. This is what you look for. I think this is set apart from other comedies by its premise. It's unique. Every time I describe this to people, it's almost as if they say, why didn't anybody think of this before? It's satirizing something that has just recently emerged, so that we're the first ones to get a crack at it. I think audiences will tune in and watch this show every week because they'll, well, it's got the structure of a suspense, a murder mystery. You want to know what's happening next. And it throws people way off. There are red herrings. You think you've got it and you're wrong. Sometimes you've got it and you were right. It's got all those kind of narcotic, addictive qualities that keep you watching.